Hi, Stampers. So have you seen this beautiful Peony Garden Suite that is in the new annual catalog? If you have, and you've taken a look at these dies, have you gone, what am I supposed to do with that to get that? Well, I'm going to show you. Welcome to Stampin' with Diane. I'm Diane Evans, and I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator. Now, if this is your first time finding me on YouTube, welcome. I hope that I can inspire you to make different cards and different paper crafting projects. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you'll get all my new videos that as soon as I upload them. So today I'm going to try to explain how to make these beautiful peonies that are on page 82 of the catalog. This is a set of dies, and there's 17 dies in here, and you know, you look at it and I did get a little intimidated. I must say I did get intimidated. The stamp set itself is gorgeous, but we're not even really going to be using much of the stamp set. So I want to show you how to make those peonies. So what you're going to need is, and you don't really need that much paper. This piece is what I cut the pieces to make the peonies out of, and it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And you can see I've still got some spare left there. And then you're also going to need some pieces, and I used old olive, and you're going to need some old olive to make some, cut the leaves. Now, where did those leaves go to? Okay. So anyways, what we're going to do is we are going to put that peony together. So what you're going to need is this die, this die, this die, and this die. And that's what's going to make our peonies. Then you're also going to need these weird shaped leaves, these ones here. And then there's another one here as well. So you have 2 of the large shapes there, 1 small, and then you got 3 of these ones, and then 4 of these ones as well. So I'm just going to take those off, and I've already run them through the die, and I'm going to do it with white to begin with. So when I've done and I've cut these off, I've cut them. Can you see something that's a kind of the same here? And that's these bottom parts right here and here, and on this part, this bottom part. These all match together. So what we're going to do is let's sponge this first. This is what my flower looks like, and I did that in the petal pink. But let's sponge that first. So I'll just bring in my sponge dauber, and I'm going to use petal pink. Petal pink is one of the colors that is in this suite, and it goes beautifully with the designer series paper. So you can do this a number of different ways. I'm just going to do it with a sponge dauber, and I'm just going to go around and just go along the top of the flower thing and right here. And this is where they're kind of all matching together. And you know, I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to doing it. You could do different things, like you could, you could use watercolor. You could use a spritzer if you wanted to. You could use, let's see, what else could you use? You could use, I don't know so much as the blends would work. Now, I did cut this out of shimmery white cardstock. I wanted a tiny bit of a shimmer to it. And then this big one as well. So I'm just going around the bottom here. And then I'm also going to go along the top here as well. And I can go back in afterwards to add some stuff, but it's not really that necessary. Well, it depends how we want it to look. Now, the best way to do this is to go from the top, the smallest size to the biggest size. So these all are going to fit in here like this. So we're just going to put that in there. And see where I've got it so that it's, I'm going to actually add a little bit more to the top here. Okay, so what happens is it's right here on the bottom part that it all matches. So there's one part there. And then what you're going to do is we're going to manipulate these pieces like this. Now, I'm going to manipulate those before I put them together. So I could bring in my bone folder, which I'm just going to do a bit with the bone folder. And then I'm going to play more with it with my fingers afterwards, because I think it's a softer look to it. So let's just get these a little bit here. A little bit here. Now you could also go on to the back to give, which I just might do, so that when they do fold down, we're going to have a bit of a color on the back as well. That was kind of a, just thought of that now, so we'll see how that works. I'm not doing it too much. Okay, so now, like I say, I want to manipulate a little bit with the bone folder, but I don't want it to be, I think I'd be better with my fingers by manipulating it. So, like I say, this part is going to go into here, and we're going to line it up, whoops, with the bottom part. It does stick a little bit on there just because there's different pieces sticking up, but it really is not that difficult. So let's do that, and I'm just going to bring in my Tombow glue, and I'm going to put just along here a bit of Tombow glue, and then I'm going to match this up like that. See how that's starting to look. There we go. Now we're going to take the third piece and we're going to put that in there as well. Line that up there. We'll put that Tombow glue along the bottom here. And we're just going to line that up as well. Isn't that looking gorgeous? Oh my goodness. And with it on the shimmery white, ooh, it's so pretty. And then we're going to take the last piece. Just going to put that in there. Bring it down and line it up again. Here and a little bit there. And we'll line that piece up with that as well. And there's our peony. Now, there is the little piece that goes on the inside. I'm just going to actually steal that from this one. This guy's not even put together. But this is stamen, so we're just going to stick that little guy down there. I'm going to just put a bit of glue on there. And now watch, I won't be able to get him in there. There we go. Yeah. Just going to slip him down. I'm going to put him down a little bit further. Then, I've got glue all over my hands. I'm just going to take my bone folder and play a little bit more. Like I say, I'm probably almost better to play with my hands and the fingers. And I'm going to kind of do mine like this. Okay, so there's that part of it. And then you have the leaves. Oh, I did have another piece there cut out. Actually, I'm just going to stick that back in there so I don't lose them. Then on the leaves, I did my leaves with Old Olive, and I've got a few of them done up already, but I'm going to show you this one. So all I did was I took another sponge dauber with my Old Olive. No, there we go. And I'm just going to actually color this part here. Oh, that's such a pretty flower. Now, what you could also do on there is, I think, you know, I've got it shiny, but I think I'm going to put some Wink of Stella on it too. Anyways, I'm just going to do that. Now, I'm going to tell you, when I first started playing with this, I tried to get these same ones, it does not fit onto the other leaf. They're not exactly the same. So that's another hint there. I thought, oh my goodness, is this ever a really good puzzle? But it wasn't, they're not the same. So once you know that they're not the same, it sure makes things a lot easier. So there's 2 of the big leaves and 1 of the small leaves there as well. Now, of course, they also have the stamped images, and they have die cuts to also go with the stamped images as well. So let's just put that one up there. And we do have a bit of wiggle room. So I'm just going to put that up there. And then, not having very much luck getting these up here. And then I'm going to put my leaves on like so. And you know what? I'm going to glue them on right now. Let's see. I want that one or that one on there. Let's see, what does this one look like? I want this one up there. And we'll put this one behind. Oops, like so. And then I can put this one on the other side as well. Oops, that's not going to, put that a little bit closer, so maybe I need to put a bit of that glue right onto this piece here as well. And then we'll put this one, let's see, I'm sticking to it now. Goes this way. Man, I'm really sticking to it. Okay. That'll be good like that. And I think what I'll do is I'll leave that one and then I'll put it onto the card. Now I've gone ahead and quickly put together a card, or thought, I'm hoping that this turns out okay. So what I've done is, and I will leave measurements for it on my blog, and I'll leave a link to my blog on here. This is gray granite, and gray granite is one of the colors that's in this color palette. So I've done it at 5.5 by 8.5, and of course scored it at 4.25. So this is regular card base, imperial card base. Now this piece is one of the pieces of designer series paper, and it's gorgeous, but I've run it through the, I believe, I've run it through the embossing folder, and it's called Dainty Diamonds. And this is on the back side. This was the piece that I wanted to use. So I have this piece here. Or do I want to use, no, I want to use this side here. And I've run it through the embossing folder, and it's so dainty, but it's so pretty. And then I'm just going to come in with my new Stampin' Seal. And run that. See how nice that is? I don't think I can get myself out of the habit of checking, but it will come. Eventually it will come. So I'm just going to layer that on. This is just a piece that's 4 by 5.25. Just a simple layer on there. And I've also I've taken a piece of Whisper White, and this is 2 inches by 4.25. And I've used the scallop edge that's on these dies here. Right here, and I've used that along there, and I've gone ahead, whoops, I didn't. I've gone ahead and I've used this shimmery ribbon, and this shimmery ribbon is gray granite as well, and I'm actually going to pop this up. It's such a pretty scallop on there, and I tried stamping, and I can't stamp even, so I thought I'd do it a different way. What I'm going to do is just stamp it, and then I'm just going to cut it out and put it on there. It's quite a big word for that area there, so it's actually too big for that area. So it didn't quite work, but I do need a congratulations card. So I'm just going to do this. I hope this turns out okay. There we go. Just going to put that up like so. And then I can put my peony on there. Wow. You know what? This could actually go up a bit. Yeah, that'll be good. So I'm going to put my peony on also with dimensionals. I am really sticking here. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my embossing buddy, and I know that this is a retired item, but I'm going to take my embossing buddy and I'm going to get that stickiness off of the back. I don't want it sticking down to the bottom of my card. I'm going to put a few on here and one in the middle. I know that might be a little bit of overkill, but I really want it to stick up and come out. So, like I say, when I first looked at this, I went, whoa, I don't think I can do this. And then I thought, you know, just stick with it. And yeah, I'm quite happy with the way that it's turned out. So we're going to put that up about like so. Now I'm going to stick this leaf underneath there. And you know, now that I put all that embossing powder on there, it's not really going to stick. So I'm going to go in with a glue dot actually, and I'm going to use a glue dot in there. And then I'm just going to put that. Oh, and all those dimensionals wasn't a good idea either before I put this down. There we go. And then, like I say, I have congratulations. And where I got the congratulations from was, here's a card. It's so hard to find certain sentiments that you can use for all these different things. So I'm just going to go in. I have a scrap piece of designer series paper. I'm going to use some memento. I could use gray granite. Gray granite might be quite a nice effect. I wonder if I have that gray granite over here. No, I don't have it over here on my work desk. So, you know what? I'll probably end up just, I'll just use the memento at this point. Go there. And then I'm just going to freehand cut that out. Bring that card back up there. I really like this for, like doing this because especially when you can't get it straight. And I know on camera, I never would have gotten it straight, but it is a little bit longer than that piece that I cut. I didn't measure ahead of time and I probably should have, but that's fine. We'll do it this way. I kind of like doing this like this. I like cutting. Anybody that's watched these videos know that I really like to cut. Of course, let's get that piece off of there. And then I'm just going to pop these up with the mini dimensionals as well. Just going to go in with a take your pick tool. And we're going to put 3 of those on there, the mini dimensionals. We don't like it caving in on the inside, right? And just take your pick tool to pull these off. And now we're just going to put that on. And you know what? Is that, no, that's good. And I'm just going to put that down here. Now, I really think it needs some Winkostella on there. So I'm going to come in with my Winkostella. And I'm going to, even though it's quite, it's very, very pretty with the shimmer paint. But I think this will really make it pop more. Just a bit of that on there. Wow, that looks pretty. So you can see it where it's pretty there. Okay, now we have these beautiful gems. And they're called the Elegant Faceted Gems. And I'm going to put some of those on here. Now, I think these ones probably would be the best for on there. So let's see. One there. I'm going to use a bigger one. Whoops, glue on there. Right about there. And then we'll use this little one here as well. Ooh, it might look pretty on top there. Look, almost like a dewdrop or a drop. Let's try it there, see what it looks like. Oh, that doesn't look bad at all. Wow, that looks really pretty. So there you have it, showing how to make that flower. It's very, very simple once you've got the whole idea of it put together. So I really appreciate you dropping by. If you like this project, if you could give me the thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you can leave a comment, or if you have any questions, don't hesitate to do that. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you do get notifications every time I upload a new video. Also, if you do live in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, I would be honored to be your demonstrator. I do always have hostess benefits. With this, if you use this hostess code, purchase benefits, actually is what I should say. I do have a tutorial, and this month the tutorial is on masculine cards. So, and there's about 15 different items on that tutorial, and there's some very, very talented stampers that have put that together. So anyways, thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.